Hello dear learners, मैं डॉक्टर संगीता चौधरी and I welcome everyone to my lecture class. इस क्लास में I will talk about hyperkalemia. What is hyperkalemia? Hyperkalemia means increase in blood level of potassium. Normal serum potassium level is in between 3.5 to 5 milliequivalent per liter. But it will vary from literature to literature. Some literature will say the normal value is in between 3.5 to 5.5. So for this class we will take as 3.5 to 5 is the normal range. Hyperkalemia कब बोलेंगे? As I said, hyperkalemia means increased serum level of potassium. That means when the serum level goes beyond 5 milliequivalent per liter, this is known as the hyperkalemia. जब हम hyperkalemia के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं, we should always remember that there is something known as pseudo hyperkalemia. Means hyperkalemia is always not true. There may be false or pseudo hyperkalemia also. कौन सा कंडीशन में pseudo hyperkalemia हो सकता है? If there is hemolysis in the sample, there is marked thrombocytosis, leukocytosis, okay, and certain technical issues like while taking the blood sample, if there is clenching of the fist, if someone is applied tourniquet before drawing the blood sample, so these are the certain technical issues which may result in hyperkalemia. क्यों इन कंडीशन में pseudo hyperkalemia रहेगा? Because अगर hemolysis हुआ है सैंपल में, if there is marked thrombocytosis and leukocytosis, ये सेल अगर रप्चर होता है, then there will be release of potassium from intracellular space to the serum. सेल से पोटाशियम बाहर आ जाएगा सीरम में, और जब सीरम लेवल देखा जाएगा पोटाशियम का, then there will be raised level of potassium resulting in pseudo hyperkalemia. That means a false impression that the patient is having hyperkalemia. So we need to be careful about pseudo hyperkalemia when we talk about hyperkalemia. Causes of hyperkalemia. One of the very important causes is transcellular shift of potassium. Transcellular shift means from the extracellular fluid, potassium will be from inside the cell. Suppose this is the cell and suppose this is the extracellular fluid, means outside the cell whatever fluid is there. In transcellular shift, the potassium will come out from the cell. It will come out from the cell, okay, it will come out in the extracellular fluid. अगर पोटाशियम सेल के अंदर से बाहर आ जाता है extracellular fluid में, then there will be hyperkalemia. This is known as the transcellular shift of potassium. कौन कौन सा कंडीशन में ट्रांससेलुलर शिफ्ट हो सकता है? हाइपरटोनिसिटी, फॉर एग्जांपल यूज ऑफ मैनिटोल. मैनिटोल यूज करते हैं तो ब्लड बिकम्स हाइपर, देयर इज इंक्रीज इन टोनिसिटी ऑफ द ब्लड, that may result in shift of potassium from intracellular compartment to extracellular compartment. Metabolic acidosis is one of the cause. Insulin deficiency, use of digoxin, use of beta blocker, succinylcholine, okay, these all may result in shift of potassium from inside the cell to extracellular fluid. Hyperkalemic periodic paralysis and exercise also, ये भी क्या कर सकता है? पोटाशियम को सेल से बाहर एक्स्ट्रासेल्युलर फ्लूइड में ला सकता है. इंक्रीज पोटाशियम लोड, ओके, अगर पेशेंट को पोटाशियम लोड इंक्रीज हो रहा है, रेयरली सस्टेन हाइपरकेलेमिया होता है. सिर्फ पोटाशियम लोड इंक्रीज होने से हाइपरकेलेमिया क्यों नहीं होता है? बिकॉज आवर किडनी इज सफिशिएंट इनफ टू एक्सक्रीट पोटाशियम, ओके. अगर प्रॉब्लम है एक्सक्रीशन में, तभी देयर विल बी हाइपरकेलेमिया इन केस ऑफ इंक्रीज पोटाशियम लोड. मीन्स पोटाशियम लोड बढ़ रहा है पेशेंट में एंड किडनी इज नॉट एबल टू फंक्शन प्रॉपरली, then there will be accumulation of potassium in the serum resulting in hyperkalemia. Reduced renal excretion is the most important cause. Symptoms, okay, what may be the symptoms of hyperkalemia? Cardiac arrhythmia is one of the very important and deadly manifestation of hyperkalemia. Any type of cardiac arrhythmia may happen in case of hyperkalemia. Patient syncope लेके present कर सकता है. Syncope is also as a result of cardiac arrhythmias. Syncope means brief period of loss of consciousness, brief episode of loss of consciousness. Dizziness हो सकता है patient को, सर में चक्कर आ सकता है. SCD, what does it mean? SCD means sudden cardiac death. Okay, the patient may present with sudden cardiac death. Muscle weakness. Okay, muscle weakness क्यों होगा? Because of hyperkalemia, there will be partial depolarization of the muscle will result in weakness of the muscle. तो patient complain करेगा कि muscle weakness हो रहा है and patient may be unable to walk also because of much of weakness in case of hyperkalemia. Diagnosis कैसे करना है? For diagnosis, definitely we will do a serum potassium level and we will find it out that there is increased level of serum potassium. ECG. What may be the ECG sign of hyperkalemia? ECG में क्या रहेगा? There will be a tall T wave. QRS complex जो है wide हो जाएगा. Normal QRS duration is up to 0.12 second. अगर ये ज़्यादा है, more than 0.12 second है, then we call it as wide QRS. तो QRS wide रहेगा. P may be absent. In case of hyperkalemia, P may be absent. And ultimately there will be a sine wave pattern. Sine wave pattern कब होता है? जब QRS complex T wave के साथ merge होता है, merge होके there will be a sine wave like this sine wave pattern. Okay, so these are the ECG findings. Sine wave pattern occurs in case of severe hyperkalemia. This is the diagnostic flowchart of hyperkalemia. How do we diagnose the reason or cause behind the hyperkalemia? So let's see. If there is hyperkalemia, that is if serum potassium is more than 5 or more than 5.5, then first thing what we need to do, we need to rule it out that if it is not a case of pseudo hyperkalemia. अगर ये pseudo hyperkalemia है, then कोई further action is not necessary, कुछ नहीं करना है. Then in the other way, we need to see अगर serum potassium level more than or equal to 6 है और अगर पेशेंट की ECG में चेंजेस ऑफ हाइपरकलेमिया जो लास्ट स्लाइड में मैं डिस्क्राइब की हूँ, वो अगर है, देन पेशेंट विल रिक्वायर इमरजेंसी थेरेपी. बिफोर फर्दर इवैल्यूएटिंग द पेशेंट, वी नीड टू ट्रीट द पेशेंट, नहीं तो वी मे लूज द पेशेंट टू कार्डियक एरिथमियाज. अगर स्यूडो हाइपरकलेमिया नहीं है, ओके, अगर potassium is not more than 6 or there is no ECG changes of hyperkalemia, then we can go ahead with history taking, physical examination and do the basic laboratory test. अगर patient को evidence of transcellular shift है, then हमको accordingly treat करना है the underlying cause and हम re-evaluate कर सकते हैं patient को. What are the causes of transcellular shift? We have already talked about hypertonicity, hyperglycemia, use of succinylcholine, epsilon aminocapric acid, use of digoxin, beta blocker. Then in case of metabolic acidosis, in case of arginine or lysine infusion, hyperkalemic periodic paralysis, reduced insulin deficiency, or else exercise. These are the causes where there will be transcellular shift of potassium. Means potassium सेल से बाहर एक्स्ट्रा सेलुलर फ्लूइड में आ जाएगा. ओके, नाउ इफ देयर इज एविडेंस ऑफ इंक्रीज पोटेशियम लोड, अगर पोटेशियम लोड हुआ है, आइट्रोजेनिक हाइपरकलेमिया है पेशेंट को, देन वी नीड टू ट्रीट अकॉर्डिंगली एंड रीइवैल्यूएट. If there is no evidence of transcellular shift or if there is no evidence of increased potassium load, then we need to see how much is the urinary excretion. Okay, if excretion is less than 40 millimole per day, okay, Decreased urinary excretion by, if the urinary excretion is less than 40 millimole per day, then we need to do urine electrolyte. If urine sodium is less than 25 millimole per liter, then decreased distal sodium delivery is the reason. Okay. Then we need to calculate TTKG. What is TTKG? TTKG stands for transtubular potassium gradient. Okay, this is TTKG. कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं TTKG? For calculation of TTKG, this is the formula. It will be urinary potassium, okay, multiplied by serum osmolality, okay, divided by serum potassium and urinary osmolality. Okay, so this is the calculation of TTKG or transtubular potassium gradient. Now, अगर TTKG जो है, if it is more than 8, then we will know that it is a case of reduced renal tubular flow. Tubular flow reduce होता है if there is advanced kidney failure. Advanced kidney failure है या फिर there is reduction in the extracellular volume. Okay, because of that there may be reduced tubular flow. In the other side, if TTKG is less than 5, that means there is reduced distal potassium excretion. Okay, reduced distal potassium excretion hai, then we can use 9-alpha fludrocortisone and then we can measure the TTKG again. If now TTKG is less than 8, that means there is tubular resistance. If TTKG is now more than or if it is equal to 8, that means there is low aldosterone level. अगर aldosterone level low है, then we need to look for renin. Okay, if renin is high, it may be a case of primary adrenal insufficiency or isolated aldosterone deficiency, heparin or low molecular weight heparin use, AC inhibitor or angiotensin receptor blocker or ketoconazole use. If renin is low, it may be due to a case of diabetes mellitus, acute glomerulonephritis, tubulointerstitial disease, okay, then NSAIDs, use of beta blockers. Okay, so these are the causes of low renin and low aldosterone. Now, अगर there is tubular resistance अगर है, if TTKG is less than 8, the causes may be due to drugs or other causes. Drugs like amiloride, spironolactone, triamterene, trimethoprim, pentamidine, eplerenone, drospirenone, calcineurin inhibitors like cyclosporin. Okay. Other causes may be tubulointerstitial diseases, urinary tract obstruction, sickle cell disease, renal transplant, SLE. Okay, this is how basically हम identify करते हैं that what may be the reason of hyperkalemia. How to treat hyperkalemia? कैसे hyperkalemia हम treat कर सकते हैं? For the treatment of hyperkalemia, we may use calcium gluconate. Calcium gluconate basically क्या करता है? Calcium gluconate will stabilize the myocardial cell. अगर myocardium का stabilization होता है, then there will be less chances of development of cardiac arrhythmias. तो इसीलिए हम calcium gluconate देते हैं. Calcium gluconate as such, it will not reduce the level of serum potassium. 10% 10 ml calcium gluconate दे सकते हैं over 2 to 3 minutes via intravenous route. The action of calcium gluconate lasts for 30 to 60 minutes. अगर पेशेंट को रिस्पॉन्स नहीं हुआ कैल्शियम ग्लूकोनेट दे के, मीन्स इफ देयर इज नो रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ ECG फाइंडिंग, देन we need to repeat the dose after 10 minutes. Okay. Insulin. 10 to 20 units of insulin to be given with 25 or 50% dextrose respectively. Okay. Insulin, what it will do? Insulin causes intracellular shift of potassium. Okay. इंट्रासेलुलर शिफ्ट ऑफ पोटाशियम. बट अगर पेशेंट को हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया है, इन दैट केस डेक्स्ट्रोज नहीं देना है, वी विल गिव ओनली इंसुलिन टू द पेशेंट. ओके, ओनली इंसुलिन इफ हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया. सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट. कब सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट देना है? अगर पेशेंट को साथ साथ में मेटाबॉलिक एसिडोसिस है, देन वी कैन गिव सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट. कैसे देना है? 3 एम्पल इन 1 लीटर ऑफ 5% डेक्स्ट्रोज मिक्स करके हम दे सकते हैं पेशेंट को. बीटा 2 एगोनिस्ट. बीटा 2 एगोनिस्ट कैन बी गिवन बाय इनहेलेशनल फॉर्म. नेबुलाइजेशन कर सकते हैं हम विद बीटा 2 एगोनिस्ट लाइक salbutamol 10 to 20 milligram over 30 to 60 minutes. So high dose salbutamol nebulization for 30 to 60 minutes हमको करना है. And the action lasts for 2 to 4 hours. Okay. Long term treatment. Long term treatment में हमको क्या करना है? We need to increase the distal sodium delivery by saline or by using diuretic. Okay. Cation exchange resin हम prescribe कर सकते हैं like sodium polystyrene sulfonate. Okay. 25 to 50 gram of it plus 100 ml 20% sorbitol may be prescribed. Finally, अगर nothing is helpful to control the hyperkalemia, then patient will require dialysis. Okay. In case of renal failure or in case of unresponsive patient with other conventional therapy, dialysis is the treatment of choice. And साथ साथ में हमको ये भी बताना है पेशेंट को that patient needs to avoid foods containing high amount of potassium. For example, banana, orange, coconut, tomato, potato, spinach. These things should be avoided because they contain high amount of potassium. And definitely, lastly and very importantly, underlying जो cause है उसको treat करना है. This is very important. अगर underlying cause treat नहीं कर पाते हैं, then the patient will have repeated or recurrent hyperkalemia. Okay, fine. So this is all about hyperkalemia जो इस class में मैं discuss करना चाहती थी. Thank you.